Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, covering eShops in the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. It's an interesting week, that is for sure, with some unique games on offer, so hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we will do here. Join our growing family and let's get started. Okay, so a few titles this week, they are region exclusive, so if they're not available just yet for you, my suggestion, just add them to the wish list and await that inevitable drop. Kicking off the week though, we've got Shakedown Hawaii, influenced by old school GTA. This is for the retro fans as it gives the open world gameplay a 16-bit style, so think cars, guns, boats, and a ton of missions and a unique cast of characters as well. You're basically out though to build your empire, just let's say not so legally. It's matching the all-time low here then with 50% off. With R-Type Final 2 then dropping tomorrow, why not check out the masterful R-Type Dimensions EX. This game is a masterpiece example of the side-scrolling shmup genre. Combining though the first and second entry, this gives you 14 levels to blast your way through, and you can jump between either modernized 3D visuals or stick with that retro 2D. It's not an easy game, that is for sure, but you'll have a great time just trying to overcome it, and it even throws in then local co-op and an infinite mode. 50% off, it matches the all-time low. So while I'm on the more retro then, let's talk Double Dragon and Kunyakuni Brawler bundle. It gets a new all-time low here with 75% off. It's bringing together 18 titles. It's going to take you everywhere from the Brawlers through to the sports-like titles that they did. It's just a great throwback now to a legendary name, some of them even unreleased in the US before. I reviewed it here on the channel, I will link that down below, but this is well worth this price, and it even has what's called quality up mode for some games, and it basically just modernizes the controls. Technically also, before the comments, I know it's not under $10, but you can give me this one, it's 1 cent, and there's even one more of these later in the video as well. 3D platformer puzzle fans then, Woven is a game I picked up in a sale not too long back and I am impressed. While I'm not sure I would go full price, it's worth the current 80% off, which matches the low price I paid, and it's basically an adventure puzzle where you play as Stuffy, a stuffed animal. The gimmick here though, you can change shape by shifting out body parts, and it's more than a little different honestly, but it works, and the game actually packs a lot of charm as well. While I'm on switching body parts, weird opening sentence I know, let's talk The Missing, JJ MacField and the Island of Memories. This one's not so cuddly, it places you in a scenario where your friend has gone missing. Now on the hunt for her, you head to the Island of Memories, and it's this strange place where you can't die, so on this hunt, expect to lose your arms, your legs, get your neck broken, and then come back and basically drag your way through. Dark but really interesting this one, and a new all-time low with 75% off. So with it being Golden Week then, a lot of RPGs they have hit the sales, and while the majority they're outside of this price category, let's talk about two, starting with Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, one of my personal favourite entries of the series. You set out here with a mercenary force to take down what is a tyrannical ruler. This remaster then though, it adds in some quality of life features like think a game speed boost, but this one was underappreciated, and it's a great price at 50% off, matching the all-time low. Of course, Final Fantasy VII, that's on sale too if that's more to your taste. Earthlock then is inspired by JRPGs of the 90s, so turn-based combat and a whole lot of it, just all that good stuff. And while it had some issues at launch with some kind of undercooked ideas, the devs, they put a ton of work into this and they got it up to scratch. If you don't like the genre or that old school kind of feeling, it for sure won't change your mind, but I think fans, they will find a lot to like. With 6 playable characters then, you'll be on a mission to save Amon's uncle from a cult. It's matching the all-time low here with 80% off, and that makes it just super budget. Point and click fans then, Gibbous, a Catulou Adventure. It comes highly recommended from me, especially with this new all-time low of 70% off. Now I grew up on the likes of LucasArts games, and this absolutely just caught some of that magic. They've got this beautiful hand-drawn style, full voice acting, a great storyline that of course doesn't forget the weird sense of humour, and that's really all you can ask for. Story-wise, it's this Lovecraft-inspired world with a talking cat, and you basically need to uncover ancient conspiracies, and tell me you wouldn't have read that on the back of a LucasArts box back in the day. Some more region exclusives now then, so if they're not available to you just yet, again just add them to the waitlist, wait for that drop. And we've got 3 in the UK, EU and Australia, and then 3 in the US and Canada. We'll start with US and Canada and we'll quickfire these, but first, alternate Jake Hunter, DAEDALUS, The Awakening of Jazz. With the recent amazing news of the Great Ace Attorney getting a release, maybe take a look at this for a unique alternative that just throws you into the role of Jake investigating his grandfather's murder. A seriously unique visual style kind of wraps up the package, but it's an absolute steal of a price with 88% off. Visual novel fans then, World End Syndrome gets a new all-time low with 75% off. This is the first time it's been sub $10. Here you've basically moved to a seaside town, you've met these 5 mysterious girls. Hoping to start this new quiet life though, things take a turn kind of for the worst and all sorts of weirdness occurs, and now your decisions could change the world. It's got almost this horror thriller vibe to it, and it is for sure 18+ when it comes to its story. Fight fans, a first time sale drops in for Chaos Code New Signs of Catastrophe, and I reviewed this one on the channel, absolutely loved it. The only thing that might put folks off, no online play at all or even online rankings. Great fighter though, and an older one now, but it has a solid combo system, 16 fighters and a fair few modes to get through, including traditional arcade, versus, survival, practice, mission and score attack. This is the first time though it's ever been on sale, and it's knocking 33% off. For the UK, EU, AU then, before we get to the final 3 games of the week, which are going to be for all regions, we'll start this bit with Felix the Reaper. Now these next 3 games all kind of get a bit of a hard time, but I do think they are good games. It's also a little easier to forgive flaws with steep discounts, and I think that's what makes deals often so exciting. This one though, like Patrick Stewart does the voiceover, so for me that means immediate buy, well worth the couple of quid it's going to cost you right now. A shadow puzzle game though, here you become deaf and you'll basically be dancing your way around these stages, killing folks off as you go, or to get to the love of your life. It's definitely a weird game, definitely gives me those LucasArts vibes again as well. Then State of Mind, it's an adventure game that's going to appeal to point and click fans. It's for sure rough around the edges. The visuals, not perfect, but I do think they've got a very unique style, and it doesn't impact the quality of the story as well, so that's really all that matters. Here though, you need to come to this puzzle adventure for that story. At full price, honestly, no chance I'd recommend it, but I picked it up on a discount personally, and I was not disappointed. So look, if you're a sci-fi fan like myself, this is a new all-time low at 90% off, and it may be worth a consideration. Sine Mora EX then is a horizontal shmup that's extremely difficult. I've seen a few people out there put this one down, but it's a great example of the genre, and it's absolutely stunning to look at. It is for sure not going to be for beginners out there, I know that much, but come here if you want something that's just going to push you to your limits and demand that you try again. 80% off marks the all-time low though, and the price here, it is more than fair. The final 3 games of the week then, and we're starting with Loadrunner Legacy. I picked up a physical release of this one as well, and it's for sure for you retro fans. I love the 3D-like visual style they went for, and it does have a demo on the eShop if you want to check that out first. With 50% off though, it's super budget, and it's basically an old school action puzzle platformer that throws in the ability to basically create your own levels and play local multiplayer, which means there's just a ton of content. Even the base game has over 100 levels, so you'll easily get your money's worth here. So our penultimate game of the week then, that is Spaceland, and this is a new all-time low with 68% off. This one's for you strategy fans out there. It gives you a very simplistic take on the genre, but it's great fun, especially for handheld players. It's all small battlefields and small individual characters to move. I just love the visuals though, and then it's all just bite-sized. As I said, it even advertises 10 to 15 minute battles. That's not really a bad thing at all when this genre can just be known for its time sinks. Sometimes you just want something that's pick up and play. Also well worth knowing, it's for beginners as well. Our final game of the week then, this is 20XX. This is actually slightly higher than the all-time low price, but this week I was playing Smelter, which has a heavy Mega Man vibe for its platforming, and in my opinion 20XX is one of the best Mega Man clones out there. It's also though a bit of a hidden gem, so let's give it some love. Where this is different to Mega Man though is it's actually a roguelike, and the levels are procedurally generated, and surprisingly it absolutely works. With tons of power-ups though, local co-op daily and weekly challenges, This one will keep you busy for a long time, and it looks absolutely stunning as well. And that's it, another week down. It's a bit of a weird week for the under $10 deals, honestly, nothing huge, but lots of lesser known titles and gems scattered in there as well. Will you be adding anything to the library this week then, or are you going to be saving that cash? I'm sure plenty of you will be grabbing Pokemon Snap, and we actually just dropped a review on that over on the channel if you do want to check it out. With that though, like a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.